guys, Marty Schwartz here of Marty Music. Going to bring you the next section of Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. We've got the cool Hendrix kind of stuff. We got the chorus, the ending section, get you through the whole thing. So let's have some fun. Also, real quick, thanks for the likes, the shares, the comments, all that stuff. Anyway, let's bring these in. Here we go. All right, so let's start with an E major chord, which we're going to play the A shape with the A root. So we're barring 7th fret. Ring finger comes across the 9th fret of the D, G, and B. Then we're going to play a B major, and we're just going to bar the same fret, so 7th fret bar, and then it looks like an E major shape. Now, Hendrix and Frusciante, they'll do this shape with their thumb on the bass. John Mayer does it. I'm going to show it to you this way, but if you're good enough and advanced enough, you'll be able to interchange it how you want. So E major, B major, then we scoot it up a whole step, and middle finger comes off, and if you just played a bar chord right there, 9th fret across with the E minor shape, that's C sharp minor. Then we take that exact same shape and we move it down to the 4th fret on the E string, which we could call G sharp minor, and we play a minor right there. Same chord. Then up a half step with the middle finger down, so it's an E major shape, 5th fret, so it's an A major chord. So you put that all together, you have E major to B major, C sharp minor, G sharp minor to A. Again. The second one just omits that G sharp minor and it goes straight to the A major. So the second half. Starts over again, E major to B major, C sharp minor, and most of the song, the C sharp minor, they're not playing that. There's a few chords in the song where, with the full band, he's not playing the low root note. He might just be playing this kind of thing. But the underlying chord is the C sharp minor. So from the top, E major, B major, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, E, B, C sharp minor to A. Again, E, B chord, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, A chord, E major, B major, C sharp minor, A. And then an E major 7 chord. Which what that looks like is you're barring the 7th fret across. The E note is still the root, but instead of an E major, we add what's called the major 7 tone of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be middle finger on the 8th fret of the G, pinkies on the 9th of the B, rings on the 9th of the D. So there's a little triangle shape right there and then a bar. And then that's where the rhythm starts to become more of that kind of Hendrix kind of vibe, more rhythmic and some really cool stuff going on. So real quick, we've got So what's going on is we've got that E major to the B major. Like I said earlier, I've seen a lot of times, he likes to do it the thumb way. But it's going to sound the same either way. We're kind of like down, junk, A, or, E to B. Dun, dun, dun. And then another, dun, and it's kind of the G and B string territory. Now check this out. This is where you can do it this way too, but we're going to go like this. And so what I'm doing is my pinky's coming off, and I'm hammering on and pulling off up to the 9th fret from the 8th fret. And then that pinky comes back down because we're holding the shape. So check it out. So once you hit that pinky, then with our pick, we're going to pick the G string after that. So it sounds like this. Sorry. So then, right from this C sharp minor chord, you can glue, not literally, but glue your pinky and ring finger together, and you're going to slide from the 9 to the 11. And then we're going to cover the 9 of the G and B. I mean, I'm kind of barring it across, but we're targeting the G and B. So then this little thing comes back down on the 11 of the A and D. And then I roll my pick across to the G and B again. So it sounds like this. Again. So you put that together. Then what we did before. So once you hit this A major chord right here, we're going to kind of isolate over and hear this. And so what's going on is I'm still holding the shape with the remaining fingers, but we're really just going like this. Which is, if you were barring across the 5th fret, you hammer on, pull off the 7 of the high E, and then hit the B string. So, you might see this kind of shape. From the top of the rhythm. Now it starts over. Same thing. But this time, instead of a back and forth, you can just go. And And there's variations. Obviously, there's a lot more you can do rhythmically. I've seen Frusciante vary this with lots of little Hendrix isms. But let's take it from the top. So when you hit that second time on the, you can just pick down the high E, B, and G. Okay. So you put that all together, it sounds like this. Then you've got that E major 7 chord again. And then you have, I guess, what we could call the chorus. And then there's the outro of the song with some really cool chords. So let's learn the next section. We'll call this the chorus. We're going to start with an F sharp minor bar chord. So we're barring the 9th fret across with the A minor shape. Downbeat is a rest, then the chord. So, boom. So let's see here. 2, 3, 2, ta, 2, ta. Here comes the chorus. 1. See that? 1. Dun, dun, dun. So it's the F sharp minor chord, and then an E major chord, just like the very first chord of the song. So, bum, 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 dun, da, 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 da. And so on the da, 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 it's all the way up here to a B major chord, but we're playing the A voicing of it. So we're barring across the 14th fret, and then on the 16th fret, on the D, G, and B, like I did. The lyrics like I did are on this chord. So you got this. 1. Just like that. 1. So there's some really cool chickies, no wah-wahs, chickies. So you have to match up some of the rhythm to the words. That's how I made this stick a little bit. So 1, then up to the B. That day, did that day. So you go did that day on the F sharp minor chord. Did that day, chugga, chugga, chugga. So 1. So you chuck through, it's 4 chucks. It's like down, up, down, up. Check it out. Here comes the chorus. 1. And so those chickies, you kind of got to feel it and play along with the original recording. It's the best way to do it. That day, doesn't do the chicky chicky when it goes back into the verse again. So the last one would be 1. So then eventually it goes to the Under the Bridge Downtown chanting, which is A major to A minor, and this whole little section has the open high E ringing out. So you'd have this kind of thing. You'd have 6 on the G, 5 on the B, and the open high E on everything. Then slide your middle finger down to the 5th fret, and then ring finger is going to be 5th fret of the B. So that's the A minor. So you have... And later, you're going to do a little pull off. Or... Then, middle finger down a half step to the 4th. Index on the 3rd of the B, so that's G major with the open high E. And then that down a whole step, which would be F. Now, if you're playing it by yourself, you can get the roots in there, which is... And it's just going to sound fuller if you're playing it by yourself. It's like a little F shape, so it'd be 7, 6, 5. Then you have to do a weird thing where middle finger's on the 5th, index is on the 5th of the G. Like that. You know, these two. Then this. And what you can do is this kind of thing. There's just some embellishing that can happen there. And then there's this really cool thing here. It's an F in the bass, but it sounds like this. And so what's going on is F in the bass, but we're just barring across the 10th fret. And then we're not playing the E. We're not really even playing the A, but you can get it in there. Ring fingers on the 12 of the high E, so da 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 da. Then a half step down, but middle finger is going to be on the 10th. So that's an E7. So it's like F major with this way up high, and then E7. But we don't worry about the roots, so we go half step down, but middle finger to the 10th. And then a G major chord, which is barring across the 10th fret with the A shape right there across the 12th fret. And then you've got the Under the Bridge Downtown. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I first part. And it finally ends on an A minor chord. However you can play A minor, you'll get a pass on that. But you can do or you can just play these two. So, quick recap, starts with just static chords. You know, does that whole thing again, jazz chord. Then it gets rhythmic. Goes through that whole thing again, jazz chord again. Then it has the chorus now. All right, you guys, hope you had fun with this deluxe lesson. Thanks again for supporting me right here at my channel, Marty Music. Thanks for spreading the word. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video real soon. See you later.